Hello guys, oh, that's interesting. The hotkey to start the video put a break in for debugging. Very weird. This is going to be a tutorial on how to make a very basic game in command prompt. So this is really aimed at people who've just started looking at what variables are, just very early on in the C++ programming learning stages. I've made the font a little bigger, so hopefully you should be able to read this okay on YouTube. But anyway, here we have our basic main function, and this game is going to be a random guessing game. So the computer's going to generate a number, and then you have to guess what that number is. Seems simple enough. And you're going to keep guessing until you get it right, because I'm evil. Okay, so first of all, we want some sort of comments saying who wrote the program, the date, and when it was last modified. No, actually let's just have purpose for the moment. This is simple, it's not really necessary for programs like this, but it's good to get into the habit of it. Just for practice. Well, bit mad there. Author, Stephen. Date, I don't know, I think it's the 18th, is it? Yes, it is. 18th of the 3rd, 2012. Purpose, tutorial game. And the idea of this game really is just so you can get a very basic thing, but then you can expand on it. So when you learn about functions, you can change some of the parts of this and encapsulate it and do whatever, basically just expand your knowledge by adding to a game, which is more fun than just programming completely random crap. So the first thing we need is a place to store our random number, and that will be here. Notice the capital N, that's a convention, and I'm also initializing it when I'm declaring it. It just makes it easier to read if you've got two words in the same name. So, stores the random number, and the user's going to guess, so we need somewhere to store the guess. Int user guess equals 0, stores, woo, Sotries, stores the user's guess. Cool. Now, we need to get the user's guess first. I'll explain why we're not doing this bit first later, but okay, so let's get the user's guess. Please input... Actually no, let's make it more friendly. Please make your guess. By the way, these two spaces don't matter in C++. Spacing basically doesn't mean much. It's just to keep it lined up and neat, because I'm a bit pedantic with that. So they'll input their guess. We're not going to do any checking to make sure they've inputted a valid guess or anything like that yet, but that's something that could be expanded on. For example, finding exceptions via try-catch block. You could use that to try and control what happens if they make an invalid guess. Anyway, not relevant. Right, we need a random number. I just need to include another header file here that I forgot. First thing we need to do is initialize the seed of the random number, so it's not always the same every time we run the program. srand time. This is what I include the header file time.h for. So this will initialize the random number seed. Without this, it would generate the same sequence of random numbers every time the program was run. Okay, and now we need a random number. The function for that is just rand, and then this is the bit I always forget. I think this is the number, how many numbers it'll generate, and this is the starting position, I think. I might be wrong. The initial number? I think if this was 0, it would generate numbers from 0 to 9. I might be wrong. What numbers do I want it to generate to? 1 to 10? Yeah. If that's what that does, that is good with me. So, we need to store that random number somewhere. Very easy. So, sometimes above blocks of code, it's not necessary for this, you'll want a comment like this, just explaining what the block of code does. Generates a random number. Simple. Okay, now we need to compare it with the user's guess. Compares number with the user's guess. Okay, so if user guess is equal to random, not capital, random num. I'm not awake today. I've too much programming. User guess equals random num. Then congratulations, you have won a free iPod. Please, no, we're not going on with any of that. I hate those ads so much. As you have guessed, right? It's the most annoying thing on websites imaginable. Else, guessed wrong, fool. End line. Okay, so let's just run our program 1 or 2 times until I guess right. I'm actually going to change this to a very small number, so I'll guess right quite quickly, hopefully. Okay, so make your guess. Let's choose the number 3. Guessed wrong, foo. The program ends. Okay, actually, I'll just keep choosing the number 3 until it picks it. Oh, that was good. Congratulations, you've guessed right. Oh, yeah. Now, so that's, in theory, a very simple game. It's a bit crap, though, to be honest. But the idea is we can learn things. So in this instance, we've learned how to initialize a random number, how to generate a random number using the rand function in C++, and then we've used it in a game. So now let's say we want to... Ooh, I don't know. If you guess wrong, keep letting you guess until you get it right. Okay, well, first I might do some reordering. I might put this up here, first of all. Whoops. That was a bit stupid. I'll just move this up here. And the way we're going to do this is we're going to create a loop. Actually, and we're going to add another variable. So bool game over equals 0. Actually, let's say equals false. False is a keyword, it is essentially 0. Used to exit while loop. So now we're introducing this concept of while loops, if you haven't already done them before. So we're going to generate a random number, then we're going to have a loop. So while game over is false, I'll just clarify this, that exclamation mark means exactly the same as this. Okay, it's just shorthand. So I'm going to write while game over is false, we are going to do everything in this loop. So at the moment that'll go on for infinity because I never change this. So we need to change game over to be true when you get the right answer. So congratulations, you've guessed right. Then we can have game over equals true. Else, ooh, yeah, I don't need that. That should do. Build solution. Wrong answer. What have I done wrong? What? No, that's a warning, sorry. End of file found. Oh, I've missed a colon somewhere. Ooh, that's worse. Yes, very bad thing. This is why you don't do stuff in line. I missed the closing bracket. Build solution. There we go. One warning. I don't care about warnings. Please make your guess. I'll just keep guessing the number 3. Guessed wrong, foo. Please. So now it's going back to here, and we're making the guess again. Guessed wrong, foo. Oh, I'm being stupid. The random number's not changing. I'm guessing the same number over and over again. Okay, 1. No. 2. No. 4. No. 5. I'm a little bit worried. Oh god, I set it to 10, didn't I? I'm going to restart this. Okay, let's have it between 1 and 3. Very easy to guess. Not between 1 and 3, sorry. It'll generate 3 random numbers. Okay. 1. Okay. I got it right. It ended the game. Let's try 2. No, that's not right. Let's try 3. Yes, I got it right. Cool. So now we have a loop. And then, if you want, you can loop the number of guesses. So we could have another while loop. So once you get the answer correct, it'll generate another random number, and that'll go on until you guess 5 right. Or maybe it's how many you guess right out of 10 or something. And you can make it more game-like in that method way. I should have planned this out better before I started it. I'm trying to work out what time I'm into on fraps. I think I might have to end it there. But I'll make a part 2 where I expand on this and probably add functions. Yes, I'll add functions for what happens when you guess right, what happens when you guess wrong, and generally add more things into it. But there's a very simple game. Very, very simple. Please make your guess. 2. Oh, damn, I'm wrong. 1. Yeah, cool. Only 2 guesses. And there's something else you could add. You could output how many guesses it took to get right. In fact, let's very quickly do that. Int num guesses. Hope I've got time. I would comment it, but when I'm out of time, not really. Int num guesses. So if, in this case, if we get it wrong, we're going to add to the number of guesses it took. So num guesses equals, no, actually, I'll show you a quick way of doing this. Plus plus. Num guesses plus plus. In fact, this actually needs to be in here as well, otherwise it won't count a correct guess as a guess, even though it is a guess. And then we'll just see out num guesses. And line. Build the program, build it up. Okay. 1, I'm wrong, so that's 1 guess. I'll guess number 2. Oh, I got it right. You've guessed right, and then that number 2 is actually the number of guesses. I should have probably put something like number of guesses. And you can maybe make a score system based on how many guesses it took. Anything you want, really, just expand on it. As you need to learn something, try and add it to the program. So, number of, I'll guess 3, I'm wrong, I'll guess 2. Yeah, number of guesses 2. That space, of course, caused by that, because, well, it's a space. Anyway, I hope that's been helpful. You can just recreate this if you want. I'll include the source code in the description, though I will warn you, when you're copying things with quotes, be careful. You might want to manually replace these quotes, because sometimes, I think there's a different ASCII value, though there's 2 types of quotes or something. But you sometimes have to replace them when you copy and paste code from, say, Notepad into Visual Studio. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.